Are you trying to figure out the best way to hire your best staff? Hi, I'm Nick Seiler, and let me tell you, you're not alone. Globally, I've got business owners all over the world that we work with all find it really difficult to get the right staff for their business. So don't stress, you're not alone, but there is a process that you can apply into your business to hopefully, narrow down the, not good, so good stuff. And we've all been there and done that. So number one, first of all, get really clear about what you need and who you need. Think about it like this, right? I've just thought about something. Think about it like this. If you walk into a restaurant and the waitress comes up to you and she said, what would you like to eat? And you go, you know what? Get me whatever, I'm hungry. And she says, sir, do you want to have a look at the menu? You go, no, just, get me whatever. Right? So she goes out the back and goes to the chef and they go, no, what does table 10 want? He said whatever. So the chef goes, what do you mean whatever? He's hungry, get him whatever. So they bring out some fish soup, they put all this mash on there, all this stuff. They come there and they go, here you go, sir. And then you look down and you go, I don't need any of this stuff. I'm allergic to fish and all the rest of the stuff. Who's to blame here? Is it the chef? No, he gave you food. Is it the waitress? No, you weren't specific about what you wanted. So it doesn't make sense that if you've got the wrong employee for you, maybe you weren't clear about what you wanted. Or maybe you weren't clear about who is the person that you wanted. Because some people are really good at what they do, but their personality, maybe, it's not the best. Or some people have got an amazing personality and you love hanging out with them, but they're not really that great at what they do. So getting clear about who you need and what you need for your business is number one priority. Yeah. Number two, I really like to use DISC profiling. DISC. You can look it up, DISC profiling. And the reason I like that is it kind of gives me some personality traits. And here's what I mean by this. If you want a leader in the business, right, you don't want somebody that's kind of a C in the DISC profiling. You check all this out. And a C is somebody that's really a supportive role. They're in the background, very articulate. These guys make really good bookkeepers or accountants. Now, if you want a leader that's on stage, that's really leading a full team, maybe they're not the best guys. However, if you want somebody that's articulate, that's, really intricate with what they do, maybe a D isn't there, because the D is the guy going, hey, let's go to the moon, let's go to the moon, let's go to the moon, let's conquer all the world. But they're not really good about, hey, what type of rocket do we need to build and what are the parts in there? So do you see, having a profile kind of already tells you a bit about the person before you actually hire him. So check them out first, have a chat with them and just say, hey, can we do a DISC profile just so you can get a better understanding? Because at an interview, have you ever noticed? Every person come for the interview is going to tell you exactly what you need to know. Sure, I've done that. Sure, I'm experiencing that. You don't get a really good feel under pressure. Now, number three, test trial under pressure. Get them in for a bit. Get them in for 2 days. Get them in for a week. Ask them to take some holidays, maybe in their existing job. Pay them for it. Why would you want to do that? It's better than paying them for 12 months and they absolutely don't turn out to the person that you want. So is there anything written in the book that says, hey, I can't bring somebody in on a test drive? No, there isn't. It's only most businesses are, that's the only person and that's it. Well, even if they're the only person that showed up for the interview and they're sort of half there, try them out for a bit before you go, hey, cool, let me give you a stamp of approval and come on board. Why? Because all you're going to do if they're not the right person is just waste your bloody time and waste their time. It's lose-lose all the way around. And number four, education and expectation. You need to educate your staff member. Research shows that over 82% of business owners spend less than 1 week educating any of their employees. No wonder they're trying to figure it out. And even if they're the best at what they do, maybe the way that you do business is totally different than how they've done business before. And the expectation, you need to be clear about what you're expecting from them from the get-go. If you've got high standards and you bring somebody in that says they've got high standards, but their standards are different to what you have, straight away, it's not the standards that's out, it's just the expectation of those standards that's out. Now, I know that if you really get clear about what you need, you do a DISC profile, you give them a test trial under pressure, you educate and show them the expectations, it's going to definitely narrow the field down of getting kind of the employee that isn't ideal for your business. Sound good? I'm Nick Seiler, and remember, the only way is up. Hey, if you really like what you've seen in this video, pretty simple, just go over to UpCoach Business Growth Programs, subscribe to our YouTube channel, And if you want to connect with us on social media, because we've got some really cool stuff, lots of different channels that you can connect with us, simply go and subscribe right here.